be? Well, yes, reflection. So you want to tap into your divine nature too. Say consciousness was the journey. The chakras would be the waypoints along that journey. And the subtle energy body would be the entire map. They say a journey of 1,000 steps begins with a single step, but it actually begins with a thought. The first physical action we do is taking that first step. But where do we depart from in our journey to our greatest version? Stay tuned.
I am rooted enough, I feel connected. Feeling love too, I feel protected. Sharing food on the objectives. Loot is to tick off the objectives. Graft, so we can grab big plates and sit way up. Elevated above all them haters. Live, I embrace the pain cause I ache to win. Meditate on the route to my awakening.
The departure point on the journey to your greatest version, or your higher self, is the Root Chakra. The Root Chakra is the program for survival. So we all know in this day and age that we need shelter, we need food, water, we need to be able to sleep and exercise, and also offer some sort of value to others so that we can gain its monetary equivalent. When somebody can comfortably achieve all of these needs, we say that they're grounded. A grounded person is someone who has stability in their life and is able to squarely face life without undue fear. Muladhara is the Sanskrit name for the first chakra, and it means root support. The root support of the body is located at the base of the spine, at the tip of the tailbone. Here, many nerves cluster together at the coccygeal plexus. The root chakra is related to the physical plane, the earth. This is also the element of the root chakra. Easy to remember, right? Roots, earth. Recall, a chakra is a spinning vortex of energy. The visible light spectrum has 7 colors, and the chakras and the visible light spectrum are related. The root chakra has the densest energy of the 7 vortexes, and the color red has the densest energy of the 7 colors. So we commonly assign red for the root chakra, so that's easy to remember too. The 2 R's, root and red. The sciatic nerve looks like roots which spread down from the tailbone. The chakras relate to the endocrine system. The root support relates to the adrenal glands. The adrenal glands regulate the immune system, the metabolism, sex hormones, as well as the body's response to stress. When fearful, a person can only focus on one thing: survival. So fear is the demon of the first chakra. Say you're playing a trumpet and you don't cover the notes properly like I just did. The notes won't play properly. You might hear like a low sound. You might hear like a hiss. You might hear a high pitched sound. And just like notes, the chakras can have different dynamics and different intensity. So on one hand, they can be deficient. That's when we have created a habit of decreasing our energy when facing a problem. An example of withdrawing energy is when someone's scraping on the blackboard. You kind of tune out from what you want to hear. You might cover your ears, you might look away. Another example is when skaters are bailing. Say you're watching You've Been Framed and you've got skaters jumping down stairs, you got them grinding on poles, and then suddenly the skateboard goes, and then the pole. You know what I'm talking about. Another example is, that knife between fingers game. Yeah, I can't watch that because withdrawing energy. On the other hand, get it? They may also become excessive when there's a habit of increasing the energy to surmount problems. An example of overcompensating to surmount problems is when you study all night for an exam, or when you clock wise up to new game tactics when you want to obliterate your friend or your brother at Street Fighter, FIFA, or Fight Night. You want to beat them, so you go and study. One chakra can be both deficient and excessive at the same time. There are many different symptoms for an unbalanced chakra. One of them is getting sick often. Remember we talked about the adrenal glands before and how they regulate the immune system. If you're getting sick often, they're not working optimally, and your root chakra is unbalanced. Another symptom of an unbalanced root chakra is weight issues. The root chakra relates to the connectedness to the earth and the physical plane. So, if somebody is overweight, then they are attempting to be more present here through overeating. On the other hand, undereating, when someone just makes do with the bare minimum or even less than the minimum, it shows that they don't want to be more present here in the physical. Fearful, suspicious, and anxious behavior is another symptom of an unbalanced root chakra. Constipation, self-centeredness, aggression, bullying, and greed are all symptoms of an unbalanced root chakra. So this list is not exhaustive. There are other symptoms. These are just some of the symptoms. The list isn't exhaustive. It's very common to have an unbalanced root chakra because anything that can make us feel fear or anxiousness can lead to us being unbalanced in the root chakra. But it doesn't have to stay this way. There are actually things we can do to rebalance ourselves. Just like exercising to become more present in our bodies when combating weight issues, for example. Emotions work best when we allow them to flow. When they're stagnant, we get into all kinds of problems. Now, let's look into a few ways in which we can balance the root chakra. Number 1, speaking to someone you trust, like a professional or someone who will listen very well and won't judge you for the things that you express to them. Number 2, journaling. This is a great way of balancing the root chakra because sometimes you don't have anybody to talk to or anybody you trust, but you can have the conversation with your diary, and it's very cathartic to be able to write out your emotions and express them because then you don't have to hold them in. So writing in the journal is a way of balancing the root chakra. So we know that physiology affects psychology. In other words, the way you orient your body affects the way you think mentally. Yoga, specifically yoga for the root chakra, can be used to balance the root chakra and allow it to be more open and clear. In addition to that, we can also eat certain foods, particularly protein, root vegetables, well, the clue's in the name there, isn't it? And also red foods can help us to be more balanced in the root chakra. Meditation is a great way of balancing out the root chakras. We can use different anchors such as the tip of the tailbone, which is the area of the root chakra. We can look at the legs, we can also think about activating our legs so that we can feel the sciatic nerve. You know, like when you fold over and you do a forward bend, like you're picking up a pen or a penny or £20 that I found in Kentish Town High Road the other day. You know, when you bend down and you pick up and you feel that stretch all down your legs. This can be something you can focus on during your meditation. You can also focus on the color red, for example. So by using meditation, one-pointed focus, we can balance the root chakra. Earthing is another great way to balance out the root chakra. When you connect your bare feet to the earth and feel, you receive free electrons from her and heal. Doing so is like taking copious amounts of antioxidants just via your feet. And this is a way of strengthening your immune system and preventing mutations of the cells. So this is a great way of improving your whole system and specifically balancing the root chakra. The final method on this list is therapeutic practices. For example, sound therapy, aromatherapy, and also massage. These can be used to increase the presence and awareness of the subtle body, and therefore they balance the root chakra. Now here's a two-step process for balancing the root chakra and self-healing. Number 1, notice imbalances within yourself. Notice coping strategies that you use, particularly the ones from your childhood. And thank yourself for them. Realize that these coping strategies and these coping mechanisms are like little well-being warriors that are fighting or were fighting to keep you guarded, to keep you shielded, and to protect you from pain. Realize you may not need those guys anymore. Also realize you can rewrite, you can even delete those old defenses that aren't serving you anymore, since you're the god of your own miniverse. In divine mind, body and spirit, in divine rhythm, spud your higher self, cause you know that you're winning.